Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Master Economics. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the meaning, role, merits and demerits of multinational corporations or MNCs. Let's begin. Let us first know the meaning of multinational corporations. A multinational corporation is a company or a firm or an enterprise with its headquarters in a developed country and operates in other countries. In other words, it is an organization that owns or controls production of goods and services in one or more countries other than their home country. They are not only spread in LDCs of Asia, Africa, and Latin America, but also in Europe, Australia, and South America. They are engaged in mining, tea, rubber, coffee, oil extractions, manufacturing, banking, running hotels, etc. MNCs not only dominate the global investment but also international production, trade finance, and technology. They are mostly situated in USA, UK, Denmark, Japan, etc. About 40% of their income comes from production of drugs, cosmetics, food products, automobiles, etc. These MNCs are also known as the transnational corporations. They are an important source of foreign direct investment. Some of the examples of MNCs in India are Microsoft, Coca-Cola, Tata Group of Motors, PepsiCo, Nestle, IBM, Citigroup, etc. Now let us see the role of MNCs. As we got to know right now that MNCs are those large firms which are incorporated in one country but which own, control or manage production and distribution facilities in several other countries. Now, the main role of MNCs are promotion of foreign investment, filling the management gap, technology transfer, promotion of exports, investment in infrastructure, and other roles. Let us see the first one, promotion of foreign investment. In recent years, external assistance to developing countries has been declining. This is because the donor developed countries have not been willing to part with a larger proportion of their GDP as assistance to developing countries. MNCs can bridge the gap between the requirements of foreign capital for increasing foreign investment. Then, the second role of MNCs we have here is the filling the management gap. MNCs not only provide financial resources but they also supply a package of needed resources including management experience, entrepreneurial abilities, and technological skills which make it more desirable to the recipient country. Then, the third one we have here is the technology transfer. Another important role of MNCs is that they transfer high sophisticated technology to developing countries, which are essential for raising productivity of working class and enable them to start new productive ventures requiring high technology. They not only set up and import new equipment and machinery embodying new technology, but also skills as how to operate them. Hence, they help in upgradation of technology. Hence, they help in upgradation of technology. Then, the fourth one we have here is promotion of exports. With extensive links all over the world and producing products efficiently and therefore with lower cost, MNCs play a significant role in promoting exports of a country in which they invest. And the fifth role we have here is the investment in infrastructure. With a large command over financial resources and the superior ability to raise resources both globally and domestically, they invest in infrastructure, telecommunication, etc. This investment gives a boost to industrial growth and helps in creating income and employment. Then, the last role of MNCs we have here is the other beneficial roles. Here we have two roles. They help host countries in maintaining better relations not just with their home countries but also with the countries they have trade relations. Then the second one we have here is the expenditures of MNCs in research and development is also bound to help the host country.
Now, let us see the merits or the advantages of MNCs. Multinational corporations are financially strong and hence provide large and cheap capital to the less developing countries. They undertake risks in investing the funds in LDCs in case of absence of facilities like power, transport, skilled labor, etc. They start new industries and provide opportunities to the people to acquire skill, knowledge, etc. They also transfer superior technology from developed countries. They also develop the research and development in the LDCs. They are desirable in less developing countries because they lead to increase in capital formation, output, and employment. Now we have the demerits or the disadvantages of multinational corporations. First, they are regarded as the agents of exploitation in LDCs. Second, they insist on private ownerships in LDCs and export super profits to the developed countries. They also exploit consumers by charging high prices. They exploit workers by paying low wages. They also transfer secondary technology to the LDCs. They set up factories and industries in big towns and cities and create regional inequalities. Hence, to conclude, we can say that multinational corporations are not only agents of exploitation but also agents of development. They are helping the underdeveloped countries and the less developed countries in various ways. However, their activities should be monitored by the governments of these countries. That's all for today's video. Hope you understood the concept. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more informative videos. Thank you for watching.